Hello everybody, it's a beautiful afternoon. Now I've been really torn after watching a few refresher videos. The secret to big onion bulbs seem to be lots of space and lots of fertility. Space is not something I necessarily want to give these onions because I don't have that much dedicated space. Fertility I can work on, but the space part I'm really having trouble with. I don't know. I'm gonna have to be okay with smaller bulbs, I guess, because I have a lot of onions here and not a lot of spaces to put them. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. I have Ailsa Craig, Utah Yellow, and Red Wethersfield are my varieties this year. I'm quite happy with my onion growing so far. Everything else has been I'm not been as happy with, but the onions have done well as far as I can tell. Look at the beautiful roots. So I have about like 10 or so per cup, and I have a whole bunch more elsewhere. But you'll always get like a runt in the litter. But for the most part, everybody is looking pretty good. I'm very excited about this year's potential. So I have about 4 trenches currently, and I have pretty much an equal number of all 3. I think I'll dedicate 2 rows to Ailsa Craig, so 1 red and 1 yellow. Let's see how many we can get in. And then I'm going to space them out about, what is that, 6 inches? It seems like so much space. I found this stick that like measures perfectly, but I feel like that's so far. Like I don't expect bulbs that big, you know? Yeah. Nah, we're gonna keep it to 4. I think. No, that's not 4. What is that? That looks like 3, 4, 5. That doesn't look any. That looks like a good space. I don't know what it is, but I'm going with it. So there's some garlic, rogue garlic in this bed that I'm going to leave in. So we're going to make sure to leave space away from that. And the extras will have to find homes elsewhere in the garden. I'm being very mindful not to bury the bulb, so really just the roots. And flopping is to be expected, but if you press it down really good, it should stay up pretty well. Now, I didn't necessarily do this on purpose, but I feel like I did a really good job with keeping the light levels high and the weather, the temperature in the room, like on the cooler side in the beginning. And then I've been hardening these off for weeks now. It's been in my little makeshift greenhouse. So they haven't gotten overly leggy, I suppose you could say. You know, the leaves aren't super tall that I've needed to do any snipping. So that's one less stress that I'm putting on these plants before they go in the ground. So I'm hoping that's another notch in my success for this year. Now, you rarely see me with my hands in the soil, but we do make exceptions because this is a raised bed. I know what went into it, but the occasional worm will still make me jump, like that one over there. All right, that's all I'm doing for today. I honestly have a heck of a lot more onions to plant, and I don't really know where I'm going to put them. I'll dot them along the edges of the other raised beds, but I'm not ready for that today. So another day, another planting. I've got, obviously some of these are for sale. I've got some celery I need to put in. I really want to get the artichokes in as well soon. And then I'll just plop in like the dill, parsley, cilantro as the week goes on. Oh, leeks. I forgot the leeks. I gotta get those in the bed too. Those won't be too hard. All right, leaving you here. Thanks for watching. So we'll harvest more. Talk to y'all again soon. Bye.